Welcome to Potty Mouths.
What the fuck is up?
How the hell are you?
Great.
Listen to our new sound. This is so badass. We think we're recording now, but we're not 100% sure.
I'm pretty sure.
We've said some really cool stuff in our previous videos.
Multiple videos ago that you won't ever get to see because there's no sound.
Well, by the way, I'm Jennifer and this is my daughter.
Cella.
I'm Gen X. She's Gen Z.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that Gen Z is the most badass generation that's coming up because they were raised by Gen X. She thinks I talk too much.
Right.
But who does she call?
Ghostbusters.
She's even still calling me over ChatGPT.
I'm just tired of hearing about ChatGPT.
God, it's
and then
so
she
smart.
trusted ChatGPT over my word, and she
About marijuana.
And guess who smokes more marijuana than ChatGPT?
Some things that robots are never gonna know.
They don't know what kind
That
of
is a
marijuana
good point.
people would like because they don't smoke marijuana. So next time ChatGPT doesn't get to say what's the best kind of marijuana to smoke because it doesn't smoke it.
That is a good point.
I mean, I don't smoke marijuana.
It's legal in our state. We should say that. There is a chance with this podcast I could lose my job.
Because I said that I smoke marijuana?
Well, my company has a real loose social media policy.
Loose or strict?
It's loose. It says actually you should check your spelling before you put anything up. Who can spell?
I don't fucking know.
They're not even teaching that in school. Exactly. As long as you can speak to ChatGPT, it can spell it for you.
Yeah, we don't even type these days. We don't spell things.
Your child's teacher?
Can I ask you something personal?
Oh my God, Cella, right now?
Yeah, it actually is personal about me.
Oh Lord.
Who was Cella? I know it was named after a man, but who named him? Where did he?
I don't know. I think I have a list somewhere.
Like of who named him?
Oh, like I never talked to him.
Right, I know that.
That was your grandpa. I barely knew
grandpa.
him. My grandpa, your great grandpa.
Yeah, I didn't know him at all. I don't think I ever met him.
I didn't really either. He died when I was 7.
Oh, that was a couple of years before I was born.
Your eggs were still inside of me.
So you don't know where it came from?
Not really, no.
Like who named him Cella and why that was his name?
No, and all my mom's brothers and sisters are dead.
And
except for one. I could ask one guy. There is one uncle.
Could you ask?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Why? What are you thinking?
I was just asked that recently where that came from, and I was like,
it seems like it's probably an Italian name, but he did not look like an Italian.
I never got to see your ancestry DNA results or whatever the 23.
Oh, okay. I can show you those. They're very boring.
Italian in there?
No, not that I saw. There's not much Indian either, but my mom said I was supposed to be Indian.
Why do I look like this?
You look like your dad.
I think I have your face with my dad's body. Everybody says I look like the brunette version of my mom.
I look just like my dad. I don't think you look like him. Okay, anyway, now that we've talked about that, what's the point of our podcast? We don't really know.
We don't know.
Kind of that. What'd you say, like a brain rot?
It's brain rot. Yeah. If you just like to hear people
if you
talk
keep
about
smoking that
things
marijuana, your brain will be rotted. I think marijuana is not productive. Do you know anyone who smokes a lot of marijuana?
Yes.
Get shit done.
Yes, I do. I know people who can only get shit done unless they've smoked weed.
So you think I should ask
Like
ChatGPT?
if they don't smoke, I'm like, can you please just at least like rip the pen or something so we can have a conversation where you know what the fuck you're talking about, where you can focus?
That's sad.
Well,
I think for a younger age, marijuana is
I think it depends
dampening.
on what is wrong in the person's, what chemicals are in the person's
Probably
brain.
because I can't smoke it. It makes me paranoid. I do not like it.
Well,
like
I told her to smoke sativa. I told her not to smoke sativa, to smoke indica. But she doesn't listen to me.
Oh, yeah.
Your other child is actually more of a pothead than I am.
Sheldon?
No, he's a little bit though. First time I ever went to the dispensary was with him. That's my favorite brother.
I know. He's a sweet
He
guy.
forgot to tell me happy birthday, though.
Oh, my God.
And then he texted me the 22nd, and he said happy birthday, and I was like,
Speaking of birthdays, I'm going to be 50.
I know.
Finish your story.
I told him I actually changed my mind. He wasn't my favorite brother anymore. And that of all the people that didn't text me happy birthday, that he was the one that I noticed.
See, I think if I had 3 brothers, I would find like the most convenient part of them that I needed to be on my side, and I would play into that and just keep them all there. Because having a lot of men in your life can be helpful when you're a woman, single woman. Like you have 3 fucking brothers to do shit for you.
Yeah.
If you play them right.
Well, Sheldon does anything for me if I ask him.
Right, but you have
Michael
lots of
does things
resources.
if I ask him.
I'm just saying, I would be getting them all on my
I don't
side.
ask Randy. I don't want to hear about it. Randy's like you.
I think having one man in your life is hard.
I don't have one man. I have many of men.
Good.
I don't have. Let me clarify.
Good.
I have lots of men in my life.
But don't you think our lives would be better if we had like a man?
Brothers, I have 3 stepbrothers.
Like you should have enough men to fit your moods. Like
I have a lot of uncles too.
if I was like really sad, I would want my funny, I would want a man that was always joking around and not serious, but I wouldn't want him to be my business partner.
I don't ever want a man for a business partner.
You need them.
I love partner. I want them to do the things that I tell them to do.
Right. That's why you need them, because that's what they do a lot.
Right, but that's not a partner. That's a dog.
I don't know. I don't like the direction this is going. It's kind of gross and boring.
I saw this TikTok that said, why please, it was like a man saying, please don't talk to me like a dog, and it was like, I wouldn't even talk to a dog like that.
Wow.
Ever. I think about it all the time.
I don't know.
Every time I'm mean to a man, I'm like, I would never say that to a dog. That's fucked up. I say some fucked up shit to my mom's dogs, though.
Well, let's not talk about my dogs. This is supposed to be for fun, and you know how they stress me out. That's why I was probably looking for the marijuana, because I thought maybe if I can get this marijuana, I can get some shit done. And I thought it could help you lose weight.
And then her dumbass was sitting in the bed eating cheese balls and chips and peanut butter and whipped cream, and I bet
whipped cream on cheese balls was good.
Well,
I mean,
when you're high, anything is good.
Actually, that's only like we have to make this podcast good in case my job fires me, because that's what's paying for all this stuff is my job. And I don't want to talk about what my job is, but I'm just saying
have a job.
The one good thing going for me though is the most common looking human on earth. Like I can meet somebody once a week, same time, 5 weeks in a row, and then I could see them somewhere else and they're not going to recognize me. I am so common looking.
Do you think so?
Yes.
You should get tattoos.
My neighbor, no, I don't want any tattoos. My neighbor, I lived next door to him for 10 years. Every time I would run into him, like once we live kind of rural and remote, right? So he would come across me at the store and I would be like, you're my neighbor, remember? Because I would say something to him and he'd look at me like, and he goes, oh, did you get your hair changed?
That's like his spiel though. I feel like as a person, he likes for people to, like, he absolutely knows who you are and he remembered you the second he saw you.
Though.
Which one are you talking about?
Russell. He drank a lot, but
about Nick.
For a lot of years. No, that neighbor, he would not know me either. It's kind of cool.
That's his thing.
I'm actually liking this though, because I'm realizing how I can mess with people a little bit. I could literally tell you I could tell people 5 different, like, oh yeah, my name is Tammy.
You know
I live over in.
That's not fucking fair. People see me and they remember me. My neighbor in the yellow house.
I think
Chucky's mom saw me at Walmart. She said, "How are you?" And I was like,
Oh, I got
Good,
a
how are
couple of
you?
people that remember me from school, but like middle-aged, if I meet people now, I don't make an impression on them. They don't remember me. I'm fine with that. I
Really?
really am, because navigating this world and the things that I am doing, where you're front facing with business, like lots of business stuff and customer service. I love doing customer service. I'm good at it, but I get tired of it. And I'm
Well,
like,
even when I was in customer service, people still remembered me. They would request me. Like, even when I worked at fucking Sonic, somehow I had
I
regulars.
created a dynamite package. I've known this for a long time, though.
Well, I don't want that. I would rather be like you.
Oh,
I would rather people just forget about me and move on. I can't even ghost people. Like, I've tried. I've tried to just not talk to people, and then they come back like 2 months later. It's like, are you done? I'm like, fuck.
Oh,
Yeah, it's cool now or whatever.
that's rough. Maybe that's why we need to be famous.
Like, you talk about my friends, not my friends do everything for me because people make attachments to me. I just have a collection, and in my palm right here
Little souls.
I have little souls that are attached to me, and I gotta take care of them. Don't touch it.
They usually don't want to be near me
Careful.
because I talk too much.
She does. She talks a
Got
lot,
the answer
and
for
she talks
everything.
about whatever's on her mind. She doesn't give a fuck what you have to say. This
Sometimes.
is my little collection of souls, and
Get
they
those
are attached to me.
motherfuckers out
and
of
I gotta
here.
take care.
If you leave one of those motherfuckers behind, you're out of my
I
will.
can't leave them behind. I can't leave.
You're out of the
If
will.
I pick this one
Okay,
up and I
let me
put it
talk
over,
about another reason that you're out of the will. Family bath night. Can we talk about that?
I didn't even intend for family bath night to happen.
I just want to explain to
and
people.
only because I was hanging out with someone in the
So
family.
I saw the pictures of all you lovely girls and your little party night and my sister there. Basically, family bath night is come over and get in the hot tub at my sister's house, and I live next door. None of these motherfuckers ever pull in my driveway to say, "Hey, how are you doing?"
We send her a Snapchat.
Yet
She knows where we live. That's the
not
invitation.
one time have I been invited to family bath night. Not once.
I've only participated in one singular family bath night. One. And it was an accident.
Well, I'm just afraid to go over there, though, because there's no telling what you little shits might be doing. You may be having Keith's baby soon. Is that what goes on at family bath night?
No, I would set him on fire with a torch.
I wouldn't be into sleeping with any of my family members.
There's no, yeah, that's disgusting. We're related.
Everybody at family bath night was related.
We're all related. That's not what we're doing. We're not from.
I don't
That's
know
why
about
you're Southern. We're not that fucking South. We're in the Midwest.
We're in the Midwest.
I cannot stand when people say I'm from the South, Southern pride, and I'm like, dude, you grew up in the same town as me, and I'm from the Midwest.
What'd you
Look
think?
at a map.
What'd you think about the Super Bowl? Happened last night.
Fuck. There was only one team playing in the Super Bowl. Did you know that? Only one team played the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it didn't look like the Chiefs showed up.
I didn't even watch the second half. I waited for Kendrick Lamar. And then I was like, fuck that shit. I would have stayed if it would have been a good game.
I was sad for him.
Well,
I really was sad for him. I mean, they're a better team than that, but maybe not.
no shit.
Maybe not.
They really are. I don't understand.
Maybe their conference is just really bad. Could be that. By the way, we have a high school bowling team that we started coaching recently, me and her. They're pretty badass, kind of, for their first year. And guess what? We're getting new bowlers. And they said we can add anybody at any time we wanted. I know. I was excited. I told some of the kids the other day they're not going to make the team next year.
I try not to get into that.
There's drama?
To think about the fact that I have beef with 14-year-olds.
Oh, you really do? I really don't think that's a good personality trait for you at your age.
No, that's why I
Oh, by the way, you look like a kid on this podcast.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I'm literally covered in tattoos. I don't look like a child.
I don't know. Your dad said she looks like a little kid with that angle.
Would you like me to pull them out more? Like,
I guess. Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool.
no.
That is pretty. Except for those cords in the way.
No, that's fine.
Well, anyway, you look like a kid on here, but you're not. She's in her mid-20s. My God.
That means you're going to be
50.
50.
Gotta be 50.
She's going to be 50.
My mom would have been 80.
Wow.
It's crazy. I kind of like being a younger mom so that I can have my kids around for longer. But I don't know if they like having me around, honestly. I don't know how to be a parent to adult
I'm
kids.
literally here. Like, what do you fucking mean? No, it's like, fuck me, right? Like,
Just saying.
what are you saying fuck me for?
I don't know how to be a mom to adult children. It's been one of the hardest things I've had to transition into. I just thought you little shits were going to listen to me forever. Like, whatever I say
from the start. I didn't listen to her from the start.
That is true. She didn't listen from the start.
I have a problem with authority, and I don't know why, but she still doesn't understand. Stop telling me what to do because I'm not going to do it.
There's nothing
I was going to do
what to do.
I was going to do it until you mentioned it, and then I decided not to do it because then you would have thought it was your fucking idea.
I don't really tell you what to do anymore. Except for
that's what she fucking thinks.
Don't drive that fast when I'm in the car. I don't like that because it's not comfortable.
Fast enough. I drive too fast. I drive too fast in town and not fast enough on the interstate.
That's it right there. 100%. Did we already talk about your driving record? I need to case net you and see what's going on in your life.
Driving record, except for from 2015, I had a seatbelt ticket.
Why weren't you doing what I said? Wear your fucking seatbelt.
I get a discount.
When are you going to have any more kids?
Never.
Oh, I have a friend. She has one child that has almost as many grandkids as I have from my 4 kids from her one kid. She has already that many grandkids.
From one kid?
Yes.
I was having a conversation with a client the other day that said that somebody, they
4
were giving me
kids.
tea, and they were giving me tea. I had a client giving me tea and said that this one lady had like left this guy and then got married to like his cousin or some shit and had 7 fucking kids, 2 sets of twins. And then 3 kids on top of that.
I watched a podcast about a lady like that from the South.
7 kids with his cousin.
In the Midwest? Are we that far south? There's some pretty weird shit going on around here.
It was the guy's cousin, not like...
Did you know the neighbor got arrested? The one that does the meth. Well, he was stealing logs. His name is Danny.
Oh.
Yes. I hope it gets better. Driving down one of the roads, there was a picture of him on Facebook. Yeah. Chad got on there and commented. He lives on the corner of our road. It was like, have you seen this truck? It pulled out of my mom's place. Yeah, just pulling in someone's property and stealing their logs.
I know that guy. I thought that shit was made up. I thought that wasn't real, that didn't actually
Well, they sell wood over there. Where would they get wood? They're like got a lot. There's no
they have like one tree and they cut it down.
And they're selling ricks of wood.
Ricks?
A rick of wood?
I didn't know what a rick of wood is until my brother told me against my will.
It's just an amount of wood. It's a measurement of wood.
Right, but I didn't know what a rick was.
Some people call it a cord.
A cord, but he kept saying Rick. He's like, well, I gotta go get Rick. And I was like, who the fuck is Rick? And he was like, no, a rick of wood. And I'm like, I don't know why Rick has any kind of wood out, but...
You should have. Let me tell you my log.
ChatGPT was not a thing whenever...
How many minutes in are we?
19.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my gosh.
The point of this whole podcast is a rick is a measurement of an amount of wood.
I knew it.
Parenting is fucking hard, even when they're little kids and when they're adults.
It's easier when they're little kids, if you know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing, and it's hard. My mother didn't know what she was doing whenever she had 4 little kids.
As a Gen Xer, though, we were raised with respect. So you are going to respect people. I think that's one of the biggest things you can teach your child is to respect other adults.
I let people disrespect me because I don't know what.
But it goes to a point though that like it goes too far. If you're teaching your little daughter to be respectful and she's in some kind of weird religious, you're at a church that's weird religious and something don't feel right. And then later on in life, they're like, yeah, I got molested, but we were taught to respect people. That's bad. So you have to have all of this emotional IQ to try to pay attention to where you're putting them and where you're at, who you're leaving them with. And that's important. But respecting their parents, I think, is one of the biggest things. If you don't teach your child to respect you and her dad, then you're doing a huge service. Even if you don't like the dad, you still have to teach them to follow the dad's rules because that's what you
I
need.
don't
And
like
the teacher
him as a person, but I do think that he does alright as a dad, I guess.
I think so. She loves him and it feels natural to her.
They do love each other. She loves him a lot.
They're one to she's half you, half him.
Yeah, for sure.
She'll
Sometimes
connect.
I'm like, okay. Right.
Sometimes I
feel
think
that way
he's
about
all
me?
him. What?
Like sometimes you look at me and you're like, okay, Lonnie, shut the fuck up.
I think you emulate him a lot.
I don't mean to.
That's okay. It doesn't bother
Does
me.
it doesn't?
I've been there, done that.
Did it used to bother you?
It bothers me more if I have to hear him doing it. If I have to see him saying stuff and hear him.
Tend to say 6 one way, half a dozen the other a lot.
And it's not for sale. Like I'm the one who watched the movie because I was Kevin Costner crazy. And he'll say not for sale, not for sale, not for sale. Like he's been saying that for 30 years. And when I have to hear you say it, I'm like, okay, little Lonnie, I've heard that before.
No for sale.
What's up, sugar? Come here.
This is my small child.
There she is, Miss America.
Hello.
Hi, Jade. Look, you're on TV. You're on YouTube.
TV.
You're on YouTube. Look.
About ready to go.
Well, I hope everybody really likes our new sound system.
I think it sounds
great. I don't even think you watch our podcast.
I can't watch myself.
Why?
It's disgusting.
Cella Marie. What in the heck?
Don't put my middle name out there.
Celery.
Celery.
I bet it's hard to find you on the internet.
There are a lot of Cellas out there.
No way. You're kidding me.
Yes. I can never get the username just Cella. Like I can never get just C.
Those dirty whores. That fucking pisses me
It's
off.
a lot of Marcellas that are just posed as Cella.
You were going to be a Marcella, but my mom didn't like that. So basically, your Grammy named you
after her dad.
Yeah.
Was it her dad?
Yeah, it was her dad. He was so special to her. She loved him so much.
That's why I was her favorite grandchild.
I don't know if you were the favorite.
We all were. That was a crazy thing. I think we all were. There were some she had a lot more life with than the rest of us, but
it wasn't long enough for sure.
No. Anyways, that's depressing.
It actually is.
I have TMJ.
Oh yeah, I've had it before too. You can pop your jaw out of socket. Did you know that? If it happens, you can look it up on the internet and put it back in.
Will you punch me really hard in the jaw?
No, that's not how you do it. What's up, sugar? Oh my gosh, I love those shoes.
I have to help her.
Well, I guess that's a good time to say goodbye.
The old Midwestern goodbye. We've said goodbye about 4 times now.
Say bye.
But I think that'll do it.
She won't.
See you on the flippity flip.
Peace out.